There are so many surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
right,
but it was a divorce.
Somebody stole 2 hard drives from Jada's house. So now we get into why she's even more mad. Jada was coming out.
Who else did you see allegedly on the tapes?
Tyrese with Will and Jada. Then the one with Charlie Mack and Will. Jada's not on it, but you can hear her say, make him spit up.
Bothering me is that being a celebrity sometimes comes with, like, everybody wants to be successful in a celebrity and stuff like that, but it comes with, you know, times, and, you know, that's the only thing that I hate about it.
Watching him, you know, he's with my man Charlie Mack. So Charlie was with me every step of the way, first out the limo. So Charlie has been with me, you know, 30 years coming up in the business. So, you know, he's surrounded by a whole lot of strength. He's surrounded by a whole lot of love, and all he has to do is add discipline.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy. Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Will Smith's former best friend of almost 40 years has sued his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, saying that she threatened to end his life. Now, Jada has said she was going to sue him first, but apparently...
Wait, did Jada really confess to Will about messing around with Bryshere when he was just 17? This revelation has shocked everyone, especially considering that not too long ago, she was threatening lawsuits and even making threats against people who dare to speak out about Will. But now, suddenly, she's doing the exact same thing? Is she finally realizing this is a battle she can't win? Some people are saying she's trying to get ahead of the storm by throwing Will under the bus. And let's not forget, she never said a word when Will was allegedly involved with Jaden. But now, out of nowhere, she wants to expose him? Why? Because the truth is coming to light. It's almost as if she's trying to cover her tracks. I mean, come on. Now, for those of you wondering why Jada would abandon Will after all these years, the answer lies in the mounting allegations against him. At first, people thought these claims were just people chasing clout, but then something happened. People started to wonder, hold up, there's no way that many people are lying. The first bombshell came with Bryshere's story. If you've been paying attention, you probably heard about it. The story goes that Bryshere was introduced to Will and Diddy by their manager Charlie Mack for mentorship. But that mentorship allegedly turned into something much darker. Daily sessions of sexual abuse. After the abuse, it said they silenced him, pushed him out of the industry, and tried to bury the truth. But now, Bryshere is back with a vengeance, posting explicit content on Twitter that I can't even describe here. The man is now a full-blown porn star, sharing videos daily of his encounters with gay men and trans women. If you want to see it, head over to his Twitter. It's all there. People are speculating that whatever happened with Will and Diddy may have fueled Bryshere's newfound lifestyle. Some even believe he started his career as a way to reclaim power and control after years of being exploited. Before Bryshere got involved in this world, his life was spiraling. Legal troubles, arrests. He couldn't seem to catch a break. In 2019, he was arrested in Chicago for driving without insurance or a valid license. Then, in 2020, things got worse. A 911 call led to a standoff with police after his wife accused him of assault. After nearly 9 hours of refusing to cooperate, a SWAT team got involved, and Bryshere was arrested on charges that included strangulation and domestic violence. He pled guilty to felony aggravated assault and was sentenced to jail time and probation. But the drama didn't stop there. In 2022, he violated his probation, leading to another arrest. And in 2025, he was arrested yet again in Chesapeake, Virginia, over a battery charge during a hotel dispute. He tried to argue that he needed mental health help, not jail time. So now, with all of this piling up, people are starting to believe that Will and Jada are somehow responsible for Bryshere's downward spiral. And the more this unfolds, the more it looks like Jada is trying to save herself by throwing Will under the bus. Jaguar claims that Jada knew about Will allegedly touching Jaden when he was just 15, but she kept quiet to protect his reputation. But now, she's talking? Why now? Remember how Jada threatened to sue people who talked about her and Will? Well, the person who was targeted in her lawsuit was Will's former assistant, Ball. As soon as Ball made his accusations, Jada fired back with threats. But it didn't stop there. Ball kept speaking out. He accused Will of using his power and status to manipulate young actors, promising them careers in exchange for favors. And according to Ball, Will allegedly mess with Bryce. Bryce supposedly broke down and confessed this to Ball. If that wasn't enough, Ball claims there's multiple tapes. Tapes that allegedly show Will, Jada, Diddy, Bryshere, and even Tyrese involved in these disturbing acts.
Our rob in Chicago for Empire, it's a damn mess. It's no other way to put it. This dude is going crazy, right? He's out there allegedly with male prostitutes. He's pissing in the trailer. He's acting psychotic, right?
The same thing he's doing now.
Beyond that. But this is why a show is going on. I pulled him to the side. I said, listen, I'm here to help you and so forth and so on. So he was like, all right, I feel that. He said, everybody on the set know you. Everybody seem like they love you. Okay. I want to love you because everybody else love you. I said, if that's what you want to do, then do it. But he kept acting up. And then one day I said, what the F is wrong with you? And he was like, you know. He said, you know Will raped me. You know Diddy made me suck his penis. You know what's going on. You know Charlie made me suck. And I said, I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea. So he crying, no blood is coming from his nose. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And I'm like, yo. Somebody stole 2 hard drives from Jada's house. So now we get into why she's even more mad. Jada will watch at the houses. She had her laptop. She would stick her hard drive in, right? Boom, and hook it up to the TV. And she could play whatever video she watching. So I'm seeing videos of her and Will and a bunch of other, some celebrities, everything. Because remember, the last interview I told you, if you don't sue me, I'm going to let people know who you've been hitting with them dildos. And I said, if you don't sue, I'm going to sue. So I told you, being Muslim, whatever I say I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to do. Period. And I got to have evidence. So she's sitting down here watching, playing with herself, high as a kite, right? Not caring who's in the house, whether kids watching, nothing. She's in her own world. So that's how I was able to see the tapes. I saw them, and I saw some things that were unreal, and I saw celebrities on the tape.
Oh.
I'm under penalty of perjury. If anything in here is a lie, my ass going to jail. Period. There's no if, there's no ends, there's no buts. You know what you and Diddy was doing together in y'all younger years. All that's coming out.
Who else did you see allegedly on the tapes?
Tyrese with Will and Jada. Then the one with Charlie Mack and Will. Jada's not on it, but you can hear her say, make him spit up. Period. So when these tapes come out, people will know I'm telling the absolute truth. Allegedly. So it's time for everybody that got a credible story, I should say, to start the process.
And as if all of that wasn't enough, things just got even worse for Will. He's now being sued by none other than Brian Joseph King, the famous violinist from America's Got Talent, who's accusing Will of essay. According to Brian, Will had been setting him up for something much darker during their time on tour together in 2024. But it doesn't stop there. Brian came forward with even more disturbing details. In March 2025, things took a terrifying turn when Brian discovered someone had broken into his hotel room while he was away. But that wasn't the worst part. When he walked in, he found a handwritten note sitting there saying, "Brian, I'll be back. Just us," with a heart drawn next to it and signed Stone F. Along with a note, there were some chilling items left behind. Wipes, a beer bottle, a red backpack, an HIV medication bottle with someone else's name on it, an earring, and hospital discharge papers from some unknown person. Brian was shaken to the core when he saw all this. He was convinced that someone was planning to break into his room that night and force him into something he had no intention of doing. Panicked, He immediately reported everything to the hotel staff and Will's management team. But here's the kicker. Instead of taking action to investigate, Brian claims Will's team fired him on the spot and replaced him with another violinist. No questions asked.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to talk about something really important. Earlier this year, I was hired to be a performer on a major tour with somebody who is huge in the industry. So I was excited, proud of myself for getting the opportunity. Unfortunately, some things happened, and I can't get into the details of exactly what that was, because it's already a legal issue right now. But the reason why I'm speaking out about this is because getting fired or getting blamed or shamed or threatened or anything like that, simply for reporting sexual misconduct or safety threats at work, is not okay. And I know that there's a lot of other people out there who have been afraid to speak up, and I understand. And if that's you, I see you. And that's pretty much it. More updates to come soon. Thanks for listening.
Now, as you can see, this is exactly why everyone's giving Jada the side eye. If all these rumors hold any weight, it's clear she had multiple chances to step in and protect Bryshere, but she chose not to. And now, suddenly, she wants us to believe that by exposing Will, she's a good guy in all this? Really? One person summed it up perfectly, saying, "This stuff has been happening in Hollywood for years, but now with the internet, they can't hide it anymore." Another person commented, "Losing your manhood means losing everything. What's left is just a shell. Only God can redeem that." But here's the real question. What do you think about Jada spilling the beans on Will? Do you honestly believe this is her way of saving herself before his downfall catches up with her? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, don't forget to click here to watch another messy, drama-filled video that's bound to shock you.